Hello and welcome to Sweatin' Bullets Ranch. I'm Jamie. If you enjoy the videos that we are putting out for you, please hit that thumbs up, the like button, and subscribe to our video. Come along today. We'll take you on the journey that we went through to get lights in our greenhouse. Hope you enjoy. All right, we're doing an experiment today, trying to do a little research to find out how long we can run some lights in our greenhouse off of a battery. The setup that we have is a 12 volt deep cycle battery. We're running that through a power inverter, and then we're going to have it set on a timer to turn these lights on just before dark and extend the daylight hours by hopefully 4 hours. We're going to see how long this is going to work. That's why we're doing the research right now. Let me show you what we've got, how we're checking it, and how we got our experiment set up. This is the device that we're using. It's called a kilowatt. The way it works is you just plug that in to your wall outlet. It has the options of giving you several different readings. Right now you can see that it's reading 122.9 volts. So that's measuring line voltage coming out of there of the wall outlet. Here we have our 4 LED shop lights, and they are linked together. They're linkable, so they just plug into one another. Then they run to this timer that's going to turn the lights on and off for us. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to plug this in, and then we push the watts. We see that it is 188 watts. And I'll show you some measurements we took earlier. All right, here's, just on this whiteboard, I have some notes taken. The watt draw, the timer only, whether it is on or off, is 1.8 watts. I have an oil heater that I was trying to run off of the battery. I was hoping that that might work to be able to run for a few hours to keep it from getting quite so cold out there at night on a couple of these ridiculously cold spring nights that we have here in Missouri. It has 3 settings, the low, medium, and high. You can see the watt draw on each of those settings. And I know on the low, I was hoping to run it on low, and so I timed it, and it would run for 65 minutes on low off of the battery with the inverter. And so that kind of gives us an idea. I know that pulling 600 plus watts, that it's not going to last more than an hour. So our LED shop lights I showed you, they are 5,000 lumen. They are 55 watts nominal, which means that's just what they're advertised at. As I plugged each one of these in individually, you can see 45, 46, 47, and 47 on the watts. And then just to do the timer plus lights 1, 2, 3, and 4 all together is 188 watts. And you just verified that with me just a second ago when I showed you our kilowatt device. So now what we're going to do, I'm kind of set this up, and I'm going to have a time and a battery volts. Show you the rest of our setup over here. So we're using a 12 volt deep cycle battery. I've got a meter here that I'll show you in just a minute to check the voltage on it. Then we have a power inverter. The way that works, you hook your heavy cables to the back there. You can come around to the front. It has some outlets here that you can plug stuff into, just like you would plug it into your wall outlet. Turn the unit on, and whatever you got plugged in there, you can see right here it says the output is 115 volts, 60 hertz. So that should be just the same as what's coming out of your wall. When you plug it into this, it should be just like plugging it into the wall outlet. So now we're going to go to DC volts. See if I can do this and hold the camera all at the same time to where you can see it. Okay, so we are at 13.45 volts. So here we've got our timer plugged in with all the lights. Now I'm going to flip this on. Our lights come on. We're going to check our voltage, and I'm going to mark this down. 1288 we're going to call it. So at time 0, 12.88. And I'm going to check this. I'm going to set a timer and check this about every 30 minutes, and we'll see where we're at. 10.95 volts. We're going to go ahead and stop our testing at this point. .95. So this is what it looks like. You can see the times it starts dropped off really quick. Went from full charge was 13.45. As soon as we turned it on, it immediately dropped to 12.88, and then started decreasing. We've been tracking it for every 30 minutes. Now it's down to 10.95 volts. It's gone longer than I need for it to go already, and it is at 10.95 is getting ready. That inverter is getting ready to shut off anyway for low voltage. So it does that so that it doesn't ruin your battery. But I'd say it's been a success. And so the next step is to get it set up out in the greenhouse. And, well, as you can see, the sun's starting to set on another day, and another day's gone by when I didn't get enough done. But you can see we are mounting the solar panels up on our shed roof. Those two are mounted. Up here on the top, let me zoom in here. Up here on the top, I'm just running the wires through some PVC, and the only reason for that is just to protect them. The stuff that I've read on this particular solar panel kit says that you need to watch out for the connections not being waterproof. So anyway, here's the other ones. I've got my boards mounted here on the roof. They're tied into the rafters through the tin. I'm going to mount these up and try to get at least these two mounted. Then we'll put some PVC, and we're just going to have all the wires run down through the PVC and down around the edge, I think. The other thought is to go through the tin itself and just silicone that up. Anyway, wanted to show you the progress. So, all right, welcome to the night edition of the greenhouse. You can see it's all lit up in here. We got our battery, the inverter. There's the solar charge controller. Everything's hooked up. We got it running off the timer. We have still trying to work out all the details, but we're getting it, and it's working pretty much like we'd hoped. We got some tweaking to do, but just wanted to give you kind of an update on some of the things that are growing out here. Here's some spinach that we're doing hydroponics. There's some lettuce. Got more lettuce, spinach. Here's our spinach in a coffee can. It's doing well. Got more spinach back there. More lettuce. Got progress on our peppers and tomatoes. I think the cold got most of our cauliflower, cabbage, and broccoli that we had planted. There's a couple peppers, some more lettuce. We got a bucket project that I'm going to show you in just a minute. Look, we got an overachiever over there. That is a cabbage. Got some herbs, some more cabbage, more tomatoes. Got more lettuce growing in the hydroponics. More tomato starts. And these are some pansies down here actually that I believe they're pansies. I'll have to look at the tag. I'm pretty sure they are. We got them to start, and I actually thought they would come up faster and have us maybe a little bit of color by now, but not everything works out like you think. And some more lettuce. Let me take you down here and show you the bucket project we got going on. This is something that we did a couple of years ago and it worked well. And then we did it, I think last year we had some, and they didn't work very well at all. And so I got some, what I have is some carrot seeds here. And I bought the ones, I'm going to zoom in here. See, I bought the ones that have got the coating on them. Carrot seeds are very, very small. And so most of all that red coating that you see on there is just like the seed is itself encapsulated in whatever it is that they put around them. And it makes it so you can actually see them, because the big thing with carrots is you always get them way, way, way too thick. But anyway, we're going to grow these carrots in this bucket. And this is, let's see, I'm going to say it's probably it was apparently an icing bucket from that weighed 22 pounds. I'm going to guess it's probably 2 or 2.5 gallons maybe. Anyway, as you can see, we've got the I put some of our bucket mix in the bottom, and then I filled it up. We got bucket mix in about this far, and then I filled it up with the seed starting mix, and then watered it in, kind of tapped it all down, made it nice and flat, and then I put the carrot seeds in there. And then the final step is going to be just to put some more of the seed starting mix, about probably just short of 1/4 of an inch on top of this, and then give it one more water, and then that will essentially be our planting depth, because it'll be covered up by our 3/16 of an inch. Anyway, and then what it is, you harvest this entire bucket all at the same time. You just dump the bucket out, bang the I want to say dirt, but there's no dirt in it. You bang the soil medium off of it, and have your carrots. If it works. It didn't work last time, but 2 times ago it worked well. So we're going to give it another try. We'll keep you posted and let you know how it does. It was a little bit of a journey, but now we have lights in the greenhouse. Thank you for coming along with us today. Until next time, God bless.